Hi everyone, welcome back to Enough is Enough. Ace of Pyrite back with you again today, and the aim of this video is just to get everybody up to speed with the upcoming Outbreak event. The reason that I'm making this is I've spent a lot of time on Twitter this week. I've interacted with a lot of you guys, so thanks for that. You can find us over there. We're at enough_is_enough. And what I've been seeing is a lot of misunderstanding and a lot of confusion with regards to the upcoming event and when things are happening and what exactly is sort of fact and what's rumour. So what we're doing is we're just going to give a quick recap of everything we know so far that's come from official sources so we can be sure is correct, and then we'll have a little chat at the end about some of the rumours that we've seen and whether we think they're likely to be correct or not. Let's kick off then with the most important thing first, and that's what is Outbreak and where does it fit into Rainbow Six Siege. So basically we're right on the doorstep of the next season, which is going to be Operation Chimera, and as part of that operation we're getting the first ever special event delivered to us. Now this special event is going to be known as Outbreak, and it's available for a limited time only. We now know that this is around a month. We'll go over the specifics of exactly what we expect to be included in Outbreak shortly, but that just gives you a very brief overview of what it is and where it fits into Siege. Moving on to probably the most popular question I've seen so far, and that is, when can we expect to see Outbreak? So it's recently been announced by Ubisoft, so the dates that I'm about to give you should be accurate, although we can never 100% guarantee it, but the dates that we're being given at the moment is that the Outbreak mode will be playable for everybody. That's Season Pass, non-Season Pass, everybody, from March the 6th through to April the 3rd. So that's in fitting with the month that they've told us that it will be available for. Now, obviously, there's also going to be a technical test server phase, and that is scheduled to begin on February 20th, which is a Tuesday. So, as we have seen from previous technical test server phases, the Outbreak game mode will be available to play on there to anybody who has access to a PC. Console players are also able to join the technical test server, but they must have a PC capable of running Siege. So there is a little bit of controversy surrounding that because obviously it is limited to a certain number of players who've got access. Moving on, we'll take a look at the area that's been key to a lot of speculation, and that's the actual gameplay itself. I think there's been a strong presumption that we're going to see a straight up zombies mode here, sort of similar to maybe Call of Duty or other first person shooters where we've seen that mode, probably with waves of zombies, upgradable weapons, things like that. The information that's been put forward so far doesn't suggest that that will necessarily be the case, particularly in terms of upgrades and things like that. It's obviously not something that we've seen in Siege so far, is any sort of weapon variants, so not something that I would necessarily expect to see. What we have been told is that you will play in teams of 3, so that will be down from the normal 5 of multiplayer. It's been limited to 3. And when talking about the maps, Ubisoft have talked about a linear progression-based mapping system. So not like the self-contained maps that we're used to seeing. We're going to see a lot of outdoor areas, and there's going to be a sense of progression there. So probably somewhere between a multiplayer and a campaign is what we're expecting to see. There's a couple of areas that I've touched on there that are worth expanding on a little bit because it's again something that I've seen quite a few questions and confusion around. Now the first there is the new maps that we're going to see. So it's been confirmed that there are going to be 3 new exclusive co-op levels. Now these are going to be exclusively playable in Outbreak. As we've already said, Ubisoft have taken a different view to these. They're going to be bigger than we're used to seeing, and there's going to be lots of outdoor sections, so they're not going to be suitable for multiplayer, so I wouldn't expect to see them put into the multiplayer map rotation. They're going to be solely for Outbreak. So far, in the drop pack information that we've seen, the people have found QR codes and things in games and have been given this information by Ubisoft. We've got suggestions for 2 out of 3 locations. One is resort and one is hospital. The second point to focus on then is the operators themselves. As we've said, it's confirmed that there are only 3 operators per team in this game mode. It's also further been confirmed by Ubisoft that only certain operators will be playable within this game mode. So the list of confirmed operators to be playable are the 2 new operators that will be coming with Operation Chimera: Smoke, Ying, Buck, Kapkan, Ash, Doc, Tachanka, Glaz, and, of course, let's not forget, Recruit. Whilst discussing operators, I think it's worthwhile just taking the chance to discuss a little bit of confusion that I've seen around the availability of these new operators. There's 2 new operators that will launch with Operation Chimera, and a couple of the questions that I've seen revolve around, are they only available in the Outbreak event, or will they only be available for the month-long period of the Outbreak event? As I read it from the Ubisoft releases, these new operators will be available, yes, in the Outbreak event, but also permanently on the multiplayer roster. It is also confirmed that there will be 1 French operator and 1 Russian operator. One of these will use a drone of some sort, and the other will have some sort of nanobot technology available to them. The next major thing to cover is the synopsis of the game itself. What are we going to see in terms of story, and what will we be fighting against? Now, there's been a lot of rumours flying around about zombies and things like that, but we've really had a bit more information released to us over the last couple of days in the form of a few trailers. Now, the synopsis is generally that a mysterious space capsule has crashed near a town called Truth or Consequences. Some sort of parasite, I believe called the Apex, has infected the area and turned the population on Earth into monsters. It's been confirmed that there are 5 different types of monsters that you will be fighting, and it seems that there are going to be a variety of skills amongst them, sort of things that can move quickly maybe, up to things that can explode, or hulking beasts that can smash through walls to get to you. But it would appear that all of them are going to use sort of a blunt force trauma rather than weaponry themselves, so they're going to be trying to get into close proximity to you. But there's certainly no suggestion that they are specifically zombies. There's also a strong suggestion at the moment that the Russian operators maybe know a little bit more than the others about this. Asha's recent trailer saying specifically that she would need one of the Russians. I think that's because there's some Russian markings on the space capsule, so a suggestion of some sort of link there, maybe further information available from the Lord and Saviour Tachanka himself. So that covers all of the gameplay aspects that we currently have information on, and hopefully answers any questions that you might have. Now, the big element that I haven't mentioned, and I'm sure you've been waiting for, is the Outbreak packs themselves. There's been a lot of controversy surrounding them, and there continues to be, and I think it will carry on, unfortunately. But here is what we know about them so far. Alongside Outbreak, there will be available sort of a variation of alpha packs, which are known as Outbreak packs. They carry cosmetic-only items. There are 50 items which are unique to the Outbreak event, so we would expect to see lots of hazmat suits and, you know, sort of similar charms and weapon skins, things like that. The packs are only available to purchase using R6 credits, which basically means that you're going to have to pay real-world money to get your hands on these packs. There is currently no way to earn renown or anything in-game that will count towards being able to buy the packs. It's worth noting at this point that some rewards will be available through completing in-game actions or maybe certain challenges, but that these will not be Outbreak packs. It has been confirmed that no duplicate items will be given, so if you were to purchase 50 packs, you would be guaranteed at gaining all 50 Outbreak cosmetic items. It basically appears that Ubisoft are trying to find a middle ground somewhere where they can charge for loot crates whilst limiting the potential spend necessary to ensure you gain the items that you want. As I've said, there's a lot of controversy and varying opinions in the community, so we really do just need to wait and see how this one pans out. Upon logging into Outbreak game mode for the first time, players will receive 4 Outbreak packs for free, and new players who have bought the Advanced Edition or above will gain an additional 10 packs. Last but not least, interesting to look at any of the rumours that are still circulating. Quite a lot of information has been released by Ubisoft now, so most of the rumours that were going around have pretty much been dispelled with official information coming out. One that is still circulating and looks to have some credibility to it is that the names of the 2 operators will be Lion and Finker, and that they will potentially both be attackers. But as I've said, this is only a rumour and obviously not confirmed in any way, so you know, it could be completely true, it could be wildly inaccurate. There we have it then, a full summary of everything we know to date about Outbreak. We've tried to keep it factual rather than discussing too many of our personal opinions, because we just want the focus of this video to be on clarifying exactly what to expect from Outbreak. We'd be more than happy though to have a discussion down in the comments or over on Twitter about what you think and if you've got any questions for us. We hope you've enjoyed this video and it's cleared up any questions you might have had about Outbreak. If you have, please hit like, please hit subscribe. There's going to be plenty more content coming from us in the build up to Outbreak, including technical test server sessions and also operator guides for the new operators, so hopefully you'll join us for all that, and we'll see you next time.
Just smoking. He's lit.
Oh, don't what?